Piqué and Puyol and Marquez and Cole found his strongest starting 11 3 or 4 games ago, and now he knows what he wants to play to get results and put a bit of distance.
Well, he knows the club well. He's been in charge now on 3 occasions. In fact, stretching back to his previous.
Guardiola took over. He fined the players last week for being late.
He did. He asked them to be on the training ground for 10 o'clock. They arrived on it in these situations. Will it be Henry? Will it be Eto'o? Will it be Messi who stayed a little deeper there? Brilliant Argentinian, hasn't had a kick of the ball yet. Here we go. Alves, now Xavi. Messi, just a question of when he cuts inside on that magic wand of a left foot. Alves, Messi. Bounces off the defenders. An absolute joy to watch. And he gets the corner. He doesn't get the corner out of him, much to his surprise.
Well, it looked like a corner. I think he's telling the referee that, and he felt he was fouled as well outside the box. I suppose Senor Perez Lass is trying to give him advantage. If he gives the foul inside the penalty, it's going to have to be a penalty kick, isn't it? Well, it's debatable, that one.
There he goes again. Block tackle. It'll be a goal kick again.
Well, after 10 minutes, Barcelona's certainly not having it all their own way. They're going to have to work hard.
Certainly won his Spurs after signing for Manchester United in the summer.
Done well, hasn't he?
He has become pretty much a fixture in the team, Piqué, starting his 12th game tonight. Here's Lionel Messi. He'll shrug of the shoulders. Back to Xavi. All very tight.
The box needed to get that pass off quicker.
Lionel Messi. Stopped. The first is
the option.
Touré. Messi. Smallest man on the park with the greatest body strength. Alongside that man, Yaya Touré. Here's Messi! Oh, too true.
Struck it very well, have to say. 5 years ago he made his debut at the tender age of 16.
Yes. Makes it easy for Beto to head away. Messi. All down to a man called Dr. Mackay. Here is Lionel Messi. Riesco makes the stop. Here is 20,000, but the club, of course, have pumped up the prices for this game. Here's Samuel Eto'o. And a brilliant tackle to stop. Messi. Eto'o. Henry. Just happy to sit there, aren't they, Jerry?
Yeah. Well, they're causing problems.
The gaps.
Saying, you know, try and find a way round us or through us if you can.
Pull the opposition apart, but the safety first Recreativo formation is. I think they've been in drama class the way they've thrown themselves around this evening, Recre.
It's plenty of practice, isn't it?
Messi. He's got the corner.
You look at the skill and the technique and talent that Messi's got, but you don't see him throwing himself to the ground. Certainly was great counter-attack football from Recreativo. Lovely play from Messi.
Brilliant, brilliant. He squirms from the rugby tackles, Lionel Messi. He's all fired up. Gives it to Henry. Oh, what a shame. What a way that was to shake off defenders from Messi. They're trying to pull his shirt. They're trying to take him around the waist.
I think that's the only way you can stop him sometimes.
No, they couldn't. That's it. Now Messi. Well, Cristiano Ronaldo's had a good start to the season at Man United, but there can't be anybody better than Messi in world football. They've got payback on CC. Barcelona take it short again. It's Messi. Fires the missile.
It's taking a deflection. This game's starting to remind me a lot of the opening game of the season, Rob, when they went away to Numancia. And they had lots of possession and lots of shots, and there was lots of blocks in. And it ended up 1-0 to Numancia. 9th tonight.
Haven't lost in 15 since.
Yeah. But confidence is growing, Rob, when you're winning matches and you're playing well. And they have been creating opportunities, even in the Numancia match in the Recreativo, the Rafting game.
Messi. They really need to get the ball to Messi, Jerry, don't they? He's the only man that can really crack the code on the vault, the defensive vault of Recre.
Well, on that occasion there he's had double cover. That's one of the problems. They've got to get him isolated on a one-on-one situation and let him work his magic.
Yaya Touré. Home fans in good voice. Hasn't gone down well that the tickets are on sale this week for 60 to 120 euros for this single match. A lot of fans. The ball. Just about 30 more seconds for Recre to hold their intense concentration.
3 or 4 occasions, mostly down to magic from Messi, and Riesco's had, what, 3 saves to make. I just feel Barcelona needs to step it up more.
Messi. Samuel Eto'o, one last roll of the dice in the first half. And Eto'o almost through a 6.
That is what they want.
There he is again. Flawless performance from the man who's had Thierry Henry in his back pocket. CC.
There's 1 or 2 of them a little bit off the pace for me tonight. Barcelona could do a lot more, but they've got to get one-on-one situations for Messi and Eto'o.
Dani Alves. Tight to Messi. Goes past the defenders. Puts in a great cross, and there was Eto'o, but the marking was good.
Wonderful ball into Lionel Messi. Skips past the defender. What a cracking cross that is, and Bouzon does enough to put Samuel Eto'o off. But that's what I'm talking about on a one-on-one, Rob, there. You can see Beto taken to the cleaners by little Messi.
To the locals, you will be surprised if you play five-a-side football in Britain. There's Lionel Messi. Oh, goes past 2, cuts inside. Neither a shot nor a cross, was it?
I think it was a shot, but he was under pressure. Once again, Beto and co were putting him under pressure, and he couldn't get the shot off cleanly. Going off the outside of the foot rather than bent in off the inside of the left foot. Just look at this, though. Knows where he wants to go. Surely they must know in training about consistency and accuracy.
I'm sure Guardiola wouldn't let him take the free kicks unless it'd been tried and tested in training. It's all a ploy in via the back door. What a wonderful goal. Messi at the end of something that was bursting with imagination.
Well, now we know the answer to the question. Daniel Alves was never taking the free kick. Fabulous, straight off the training ground, this one. And the man who looked like he was going to do the damage has done the damage. Clever little free kick. There he is, spinning round the wall. First touch, brilliant, bang. What a finish. And what a wonderful free kick. And that's where they've been caught out. Deception was perfect. Everyone, including myself, thought it was going to be a free kick taken directly by Xavi or Daniel Alves.
Fooled you.
Well, he's got a sweet left foot. It was perfect for him. The angle's tight, doesn't matter. Accuracy, that one's gone in like a bullet.
His 12th goal of the season in 15 matches.
Just really was clever. And look at the finish from this angle, Rob. You can see straight in the top left-hand corner. Well, you watch his first touch. It opens it up on his left foot. His first touch just opens up the angle for him to strike it cleanly. The ex-Mallorca defender clears it.
Alves. Oops. Just squinted to see what it is down there. I think it's Casado, Jerry, is going to come on. And the next break of play, that could be a goal to Barca, the way that... Now Porning frees himself from his defensive duties. Hardly crossed the halfway line all night. Messi doesn't get away with the ball for once. Referee lets it go. Again, good officiating. Oh, Eto'o's there. He's beaten the linesman, but he couldn't beat the last defender. Common magic book, it doesn't give the buyout. Xavi. Messi. Very started, says too, but there were some afters to Lionel Messi, as he should do.
That's Munoz is all over him. Mistake.
Here's Samuel Eto'o. Can he finish Recre off? Busquets can't get there. Maybe Messi can. Messi. Henry takes.
Перекладина, и точно в руки мяч прилетает голкиперу Рекреатива. Ну-ка, что?
Это называется не фарт. И желтая карточка.
Да, это вот, видимо, за атаку вратаря, владеющего мячом. Да, в прекрасном настроении находится Eto'o. Вроде бы у Барселоны все получается. Смотрите, какой рикошет замысловатый получился. И мяч точно прилетел в руки голкипера. Немного не точно, но он, тем не менее, завладел им еще раньше, чем Eto'o побежал атаковать кипера.
Ну смотри, как здорово Резго быстро среагировал, да? Вот
ну, между прочим,
расторопность проявил.
Между прочим, не сказал бы, что что-то страшное произошло. На самом деле, Резго уже укрыл мяч спиной, может быть. Ну и смотрите, как сыграл здорово Маркес. Ну а непосредственно результат матча пока в пользу Барселоны.
В начале игры, если кто только что подключился к нашей трансляции, совсем буквально недавно закончился матч римского дерби Рома-Лацио. Я думаю, сейчас наша зрительская аудитория заметно возросла после римского дерби, поэтому те, кто не знают, напомню для них о том, что это последняя игра 11-го тура. В очень увлекательном поединке у себя дома в Барселоне проиграл Нумансий 3-4. Еще одна гостевая победа. Севилья обыграла на выезде Хетафе 2-0. Малага сыграла в ничью с Вильяреалом 2-2. Этот матч вы могли видеть в прямой трансляции на канале НТВ+. И Атлетик Бильбао себя на Сан-Мамес обыграл, забил уже 13 мячей. Это только 11-й тур.
Да, какой молодец. Так, кстати, немного нападающих, которые имеют в своем активе. Хороший момент. Вот удар поворотом, это выше. И до этого было положение в игре. Илья к таким футболистам относится, если я не ошибаюсь. В том смысле, что он провел
11.
Да, и провел.
Quite an accomplishment if they could manage something in the final 8 minutes of this game.
Champions League commitments, Copa del Rey commitments. Lots of things can change. It's who's top in May, not
Messi. Messi. Play back to Lionel Messi. Chopped down. Should be a yellow card if the referee is consistent. Munoz carelessly took him out. He's got such a strength of character, Messi. There are some players that would get back up and have a little set to. And success against Benidorm in midweek in the Copa del. 2-0 Jerry will be a fair reflection. Nothing too cruel on Recreativo, who've worked desperately hard. Just been Ruben. Munoz. Xavi. Lionel Messi.
oh, that's
That is
terrible.
terrible.
That's a shocking challenge.
That's disgraceful, and the yellow card really isn't enough in a situation like that. Beto took him down almost waist high, and he looked embarrassed about it, and so he should. 2 or 3 tried to take him out.
No, but I actually think it's a red card. I think he should get a red card for that. He's not made any attempt to play the ball. He really does take him so high.
That was shocking.
That is shocking. No complaint from him as well. He just gets up and gets on with it.
That is what is remarkable about his makeup.
And Real Madrid lost away. I mean, great results from Barcelona's point of view. Now Messi.
Here's Messi seeking his second of the game. Barcelona will have a 3-point lead at the Spanish Championship.
Well organised. If they would have been that well organised in previous games, I'm sure they would have got the results.
But Barca too reliant on Messi, perhaps?
Well, too much. I think they become a bit predictable today. More than anything, Carles Puyol, which is all right-footed, is playing left back. He doesn't get forward, so everything, as you can see there, Recreativo de Huelva, they're stopping Messi. The only time that the fullback Dani Alves gone forward is when he opened up a little bit for Messi, and he's got that little bit of a shot. That's the best opportunity, that change of pace. Once he gets into them positions, normally he finds the back of the net.
And are they too narrow, perhaps, in their approach work tonight?
No, I think the tempo of the passing is what is letting Barcelona down. But you can see every time Messi's been sharp, he's been alive, and this is the opportunity of the game. You would bang on Terry Henry to have an extra touch there and make it a bit harder. But every time Messi has been involved, they breathe danger. But overall, the passing and the tempo of the possession of Barcelona has been poor for their standards. And
Roberto Martinez has been here watching the games with us tonight. All about Messi again tonight, wasn't it? Wonderful, wonderful team they have, but they looked so often to him to get the breakthrough, and it came from a set piece tonight. Barcelona relying on set pieces. A touch of irony in that.
Well, it is, because you don't see that too often. But that's another dimension of Barcelona play this season. They got the strategy work, and I think it looks so simple, but it's a clever step away from Messi. But that first touch, that's just fantastic. It looks so natural, but that's really, really difficult. That's the difference between having the opportunity to find the back of the net or needing another touch. It's just a clever move that it was well worth it.
He doesn't play, obviously, for Argentina against Scotland, but Pep Guardiola said that he's not that concerned about his physical state. Pep's been rotating the squad to keep key players fresh. At what point does he have to look to do that to Messi as well?
Well, anytime. I think it's too important to the team, but it needs to be fresh and enjoying his football, and that's what he's doing. Today, you could see any side is going to be tactically well organised, and everyone will have to be extremely difficult to beat. But when you got a raw talent like Messi, that's better than any tactical disposition. And it's time after time. It's a shame that Henry wasn't on top of his game today, because just out of Messi's work, he could have scored a hat-trick. But when he's so direct, that's the only way that you can stop him, and that's a great player to watch. Probably the best player in the world, and in a way in football, when you can see that raw talent is more important than any tactical disposition, is why people pay tickets to watch players like that.
Keita's first goal of the season for Barcelona as well is what confirms the win. Ultimately, they're top and they're clear, and well clear. Can you see anybody knocking them off top spot between now and the end of the season potentially?
Well, that's it.